Today I'm going to be showing you how to do the Tunisian arrowhead stitch. We are using a Clover Takumi Size L11 Tunisian crochet hook and my Billow yarn in the color Swell from Knit Picks We Crochet. Alright, so for this stitch you are just going to need a multiple of 2. So we're going to start off with 10 stitches. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, so we have 10 stitches on here. And we're just going to work into the back loops. We're going to do our foundation row. If you're not familiar with the foundation row, I do have a separate video if you'd like to practice that first. I'm going to link it above. You can click the I or check in the description below. Right, so we are just working our foundation row. Right. And the arrowhead stitch is a combination. You're going to do the full stitch in there. You're going to have yarn over in there. So, alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stitches on here. I'm going to do our return pass. Okay. And then so this is a 2-row pattern repeat. The first row, what we're going to do, we do our foundation row, and then row 2, what we're going to do is Tunisian simple stitch 2 together. I have another video for this as well if you'd like to practice that. I'll link it. Click the I on the side above or check the description. So we're going to do TSS 2 together, which simply means you're going to put your hook into the next 2 vertical bars and pull up a loop. So that's TSS 2 together, Tunisian simple stitch 2 together. And then we're going to do yarn over like so and just repeat. So we're going to do Tunisian simple stitch 2 together, yarn over, Tunisian simple stitch 2 together, yarn over, Tunisian simple stitch 2 together, and then alright, and then we're going to do another yarn over, and then we're going to work the last stitch as normal. Okay, so you should have 10 stitches again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, and then we're going to do Tunisian simple stitch. We're going to do our return pass, which, you know, we work as normal. And then we're going to do Tunisian simple stitch 1 into this first vertical bar here, and then we are going to Tunisian full stitch in the next space. So you see there's the space here, so we're going to do Tunisian full stitch. Because that's how we work full stitches, we work into the spaces. Okay, so we did the full stitch, and then again we are going to simple stitch into here, and then we are going to work into the space and do a full stitch. Simple stitch, full stitch, simple stitch, full stitch into the spaces, and then we are going to work our last stitch as normal. So working under both loops, and that is over here. Oops. And we are pulling that up. So again, we should have 10 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. We're going to do our normal return pass here. Alright, so oops. Okay, so then let's repeat this pattern. So the first row, what we're going to do is Tunisian simple stitch 2 together and then yarn over, simple stitch 2 together, yarn over, simple stitch 2 together, yarn over, simple stitch 2 together, and yarn over, and then just work your last stitch as normal. Then we are going to do a normal return pass. All right. And then the second row in the pattern repeat, what we're doing is we are doing simple stitch and then working a full stitch into the spaces. Simple stitch, work into the space, and then simple stitch, work into the space, simple stitch, work into the space, and then we have our last stitch here. So again, keep counting your stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 again, and here's the little pattern forming. It's absolutely beautiful. There are these little spaces, chain spaces. So this is also an open type of stitch. All right, so I'm going to do one more repeat with you guys. Let me do the return pass here. Okay, so we are back at the first stitch. So now we're going to do simple stitch 2 together, yarn over, 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 and then just work into the last stitch as you normally would. Then we're going to do a return pass, our normal return pass. And that's our first row from the pattern. And the second row, what we're going to do is we are doing simple stitch, then work into this chain space. So that's your full stitch. Simple stitch, work into the chain space. That's your full stitch. Then simple, work into the space, simple, work into the space, and then you work your last stitch as normal, going under both loops. So then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So this is our second row in the pattern. We're just going to do our normal return pass here. All right. All right, so you can see the beautiful texture that is forming. So that was our, so look at the beautiful texture that's from here. You have these arrowheads here, and then you have the little spaces in between, and it just looks absolutely beautiful. So this is a great open stitch again that you can use for a lot of different types of projects. Let me know how you use it. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and comment and like and share, and yeah, look out. Hopefully I'll be using this in a pattern soon. Until next time, thanks for watching.